Hey guys, for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Fletcher Nelson. I teach third grade in Minnesota. I go by Third Grade Swag on Instagram, and I've had quite a few people asking me kind of the details of my room, like where stuff came from, how I paid for it, or who paid for it. So I figured I'd just kind of record a video going around and explaining everything. That way, all the information's in one place. So, here we go. My kids keep their coats and backpacks out here on these hooks, and then this is into our classroom. So this is what you see when you first walk in. And like I said, since it is a portable, we do have an emergency exit door in the back corner then that goes directly outside. But this would be what you would see when you would come in through the hallway. All right, then when you first come in our door, we have our best year ever board. So I just add pictures from throughout the year here. And then in the corner there, we have our paper towels, our garbage, and then those are just pictures from previous classes. Underneath there, we have our, what we call our STEM cart. I'm not sure where this cart came from. The school paid for it. We used to use it as like mobile maker spaces, but we kind of switched how we're doing that. So they were up for grabs. So in here, I do have different STEM supplies. We have some snap circuits. We also have some board games. Then we also have just kind of like random materials to build with, magnetiles, connects. It's kind of a mess in here right now, but this is just kind of real life of how stuff gets put back. So we have like marble mazes, and then again, we have more stuff underneath, but this stuff mainly gets used for morning or indoor recess. We do also have times where we'll kind of have some STEM rotations as well. But so this is what is in our STEM cart. As how I paid for it, the board games, my mom found those at garage sales, or they were left over from when I was a kid. All the STEM stuff, we get $150 each year to spend on our classrooms. And last year I spent all of my money on different STEM stuff. So all this stuff is new this year and the school paid for it, so I did not have to pay for any of this stuff. And right next to our STEM cart, that bin on top is just lost and found. This is our iPad cart. So this is for the whole grade level. These aren't all just like my class's iPads. We just house the cart, so this is where they charge. So each teacher gets about 7 or 8 iPads since there's 4 sections of third grade, and then they just bring them back usually at the end of the day to charge, and then they'll come grab theirs. So we each have kind of a color and a half. So I have all the green ones, and then I'll take 2 or 3 of the clear ones depending on the day. All right, up here, Bookstagram, we just kind of started. Anytime the kids finish a book that they would recommend, I just take a picture of them in the book, and then every week or 2 I print them off, and I'll either print them off at school, or I do have like the HP Instant Ink, so I'll print them off at home sometimes as well. The math alphabet up there, I made that, so that is in my TPT store if you're interested. Tables, so our grade level was very lucky. We this year we got brand new tables, and we got to pick them out. So this one, the one that's my desk, and then these 4 we just got this year. They're awesome because they're on wheels. And then I'm gonna clear this one off so I can show you the best part. All right, so they also fold up, so it makes, if you need space to move them on the way, it's super easy. So they're on wheels, so you just flip them up and then you can wheel them out of the way. And then you just use this lever here to put them back down. So these have been awesome. Like I said, the school paid for those tables, so no, I did not purchase any of the tables in here on my own. As far as for the chairs, this one, and I have another one over by my desk, my mom found at a thrift shop. She's kind of like the garage sale and thrift shop queen, so they were very cheap, so she paid for those. I didn't pay for them. This tractor seat, I have one more. These are from Amazon. I did buy these myself, and my only complaints, my kids love them, they are comfortable, but the lever to adjust the height would wobble a bunch, and they would kind of use it as like a fidget. They would play with it and made an obnoxious noise. So on both of them, I have that taped down. So that way they can't change the height anymore, but then they aren't kind of playing with the lever. And when I bought both of these, they were on sale. I think they were each like 20 bucks. So those I did buy on my own. And then again, these tall chairs, these ones are just from a thrift shop. Cheap, but they're comfortable. Have these pillows on there. So I did buy those, but again, they were very inexpensive. As far as for these different storage drawers that you'll see around for kids to store their supplies, since we don't have desks, the school paid for those, so I didn't buy those. I think they're just from Walmart. These bins you'll see are from Lakeshore Learning. These whiteboards are from Clean Slates, and they are amazing. So the marker clips in, they're double-sided. And on this side, you can actually insert your own templates. So there's like a handwriting one that comes with it. This was like for graphing or, but if you're doing like comparing and contrasting, you could print out Venn diagrams and kind of change the template that is in there. So those are from Clean Slates. This here is actually a chalkboard. So I just covered it up with this butcher paper I got on Amazon, and it is magnetic, the chalkboard is. So this is a magnetic notebook page I got on Scholastic. I used my bonus points to buy that. So I can try to find that and link that. But that's actually been really, it's just been really helpful, dry erase. So it's easy to add stuff on there and keep it clean. All right, moving on. So these black shelves, like I said, I don't have any built-in storage. So these cube shelves are from Walmart. I did buy those on my own. The bins are just from Dollar Tree. And again, the caddies and those bins are from Lakeshore Learning. This stage is from Classy Stages. They have an Etsy shop, but it also opens up for storage. So we have some Kleenex, wipes, math books down here as well. But this is really easy to move out of the way. I like it because we can push it closer to the board if we need it out of the way. It's just easy to move around. So this is kind of my desk area. This table is from the same company as the ones on the wheels. I believe we ordered from Smith System. And then underneath these drawers are just, you can get them at like Michael's or Amazon. They're not always the best. They can kind of come off their tracks, and you can kind of see this one's cracked a little bit, but they are relatively cheap. And if you tighten them up every once in a while, they're not that bad. And the labels for them I just made, and those I did put on my TPT as well in case anyone wants them, because these are pretty common drawers. Moving to this side, so that's kind of going back again. This is kind of stuff that the kids will use, so their daily math, paragraph of the week. This is supplies that they have access to. I have one more set of the drawers are on this side, and this side is kind of the off limits and just mine. The voice level posters, these are from, used to be a tattoo teacher blog, but she just changed her name. And then these are magnetic shelves, just kind of display our read alouds, but these are from Lakeshore Learning. All right, in this corner, we do just have a desk. Since we only have tables, it's kind of nice to have a little area where if someone wants to work away from people, they can. It's also our kind of calming area, so if kids are feeling frustrated or upset, they can come back here and kind of use some of these to help calm themselves back down. And I just keep some think sheets in here too if kids ever need to fill one of those out. And these headphones just kind of cancel out some noise sometimes if they want to work quietly or need it to be a little bit quieter. All right, so what's the theme? This board is from Head Over Heels for Teaching. So every time we finish a chapter book or a picture book, we just discuss what the best theme of it would be. And then we add a picture, I just Google it and print them and add that to the board. So we have more student drawers. Our classroom library. The bins are all from Dollar Tree. And then the bins on the side just have popular series or authors who have a lot of books. And then I have the middle organized by author's last name. These separators I have for free on my TPT. You can download those just to kind of help mark the different sections for the author's last name. And so I did pay for the bins from the Dollar Tree for the library, but the bookshelves themselves were already here. I did not pay for those. And then for the letters, I just used my Cricut to cut. Moving back over here, kind of like our guided reading and small group area. Again, the same paper from Amazon. More of these cube shelves that I did buy on my own. Then just kind of like my area of the mini fridge, microwave, Keurig. The Keurig came from my parents' neighbor. The mini fridge came from my parents, their old one. And the microwave I got for Christmas. Exciting stuff. If there's ever colored pencils or markers or crayons on the ground, we just throw them back here and kids can kind of use these as community ones. It's supposed to say glue bottles down there, but the E fell off. So we have glue sticks and glue bottles down there. And then over here we have part of the class's book boxes. Again, the school paid for the book boxes. I did not pay for those. More student drawers. And then another set of whiteboards, the Clean Slates. And then next to this area, I just have them, this is just a shoe organizer from Amazon. They keep their water bottles there just because otherwise they were tipping over all the time and it's driving me crazy. So this is it's been a much better solution. As far as the blue regular chairs, so those two and then the one over in the corner, those came from the school. These three black wobble stools, these came from Scholastic. I used bonus points to buy them. I like them. The only complaint kids have is these ones are a little bit more slippery than those ones. So overall though, they're pretty good. And I mean, I used bonus points, so I didn't really pay anything for them, so I can't really complain. At our low table here, these beanbags came from Goodwill. My mom found them. They were $5 each, and they are Big Joe brand, so that's a pretty good deal. All right, then we're to this area. These are the same tables that I showed you earlier, so they do flip up as well. So the school paid for those. And then my first year in the district, as a first-year teacher in the district, instead of $150, you get $250. And I used all of that money to buy these red chairs from IKEA. So this is my third year of having them. Kids really enjoy them. I like them. Only complaint is when we are putting them up at the end of the day, if they don't use two hands and just lift it up like this, sometimes the tops will pop off. Red wobble stools I like a lot better than the ones from Scholastic. Just because they're not slippery, they kind of have this grip on there. And the school did pay for those as well. I believe every teacher in our school has 4 of them, so I didn't pay for those, so the school bought those as well. The couch here, again, my mom, Goodwill, she got this for $12, and I like it because it's not cloth, so it's easy to wipe off. And then same with the little stool with it, she got that as well. These tall stools I did buy from Walmart, but I bought a couple at a time. So I think I bought like 2 of them my first year doing flexible seating, and then I bought 2 more the following year. So I did it over a couple of years, but I did use my own money for those. This is our Nugget. I love this. You can actually just zip off the covers and machine wash them, so it's super easy to keep clean. Probably it was last year, one of my college friends donated money to my classroom as kind of like a pay it forward through their work or her work. So I actually got $250 to spend, and obviously she gave it to me to use on my class or our classroom. So I used that money to buy this. They are expensive, but you can do a lot with them. They're easy to move around, easy to keep clean. So if you've ever used Donor's Choose, I would suggest adding that as a Donor's Choose project because I do love it. I just know that they are expensive, and I would have never bought one if I was just using my own personal money, but since that money was donated, it was awesome, and I decided to go for it. And then along this wall, we're almost all the way around the room now. This cabinet was already here when I moved in. The book boxes were provided by the school. And then we have more on each side, the storage for the whiteboards, just to kind of help break those up so that way when we go to get them, there's not as much traffic all in the same area. And then again, more of the IKEA office chairs. And then the last thing that a lot of people ask about is our carpet. I'm guessing this is from School Specialty. I did not purchase this. When a second grade teacher moved schools, I was able to snag it from her. So again, the school paid for that. One more thing, back in this corner, I do keep 2 of these bungee chairs. So this is what it looks like set up. I did buy these with my own money. I believe they were like $20 or $25. Just kind of a fun option, like to bring out when we're doing read to self. I got these from Target, and they usually come out around back to school time in like the dorm section. So that kind of wraps up the room tour. If I missed anything or if you have more questions, let me know in the comments or send me a message on Instagram. Like I said, I have spent some of my own money, sure, but a lot of it has been provided by the school, or it's been things that I've added slowly or that my mom has found at thrift shops or at garage sales. So she's been awesome helping incorporate different seating options as well. But yeah, hopefully that answered some of your questions.